You stare at the bench before you. Your backpack is sitting to the right of your hand, just behind where your plate of food lay just half a minute ago. This is fine, and your large suitcase is resting against the glass pane just beside your stool. This is also fine, but to the right of your backpack should be a black satchel. You think, yes, the satchel. Well, it must be somewhere else. You check below the bench again, but why would you have placed it below the bench by your feet? Why place such a small and easily snatchable satchel there? There's no way you would have put it there. Someone else may have placed it there. You think to yourself, then you realize that this would not have made sense. This very someone would have taken it had they had the opportunity to move it. Someone took it. Only now does it begin to sink, set in that your black satchel isn't honest. Figurative set like a sink has definitely been stolen, or it could just be lost like you're drowning in disbelief now. You're drowning in disbelief now. Ooh, oh yeah. You think this, but you still do not believe it. You must be simply imagining what it would be like to have your black satchel stolen. The very satchel that contains your passport, your travel laptop, your video camera, and most importantly, pages and pages of a manuscript from a woman who entrusted these to you. You were entrusted with giving her a voice. There is no way this bag has been taken, but this is just how you would feel if it had been taken. You would have that strange feeling in the pit of your stomach, as though your stomach were mostly concrete, but somewhat liquid and traveling down through your legs and the skin on the soles of your feet and hitting the ground and then setting. Only now does it begin to sink, set in that your black satchel isn't on this figurative set like a sink has definitely been stolen, or it could just be lost like you're drowning in disbelief now. Like you're drowning in disbelief now. What happens in Mexico? Who can help unbelievably many Mexicans before they disappear? Will you corpse or corpse someone? Is the corpse of your satchel being tossed onto some street like a Mexican corpse for the sake of fear-mongering? Or will it be indiscreetly put where the sun will not shine after Mexican desert sand is used to cover it? Many Mexicans are buried in such a manner after they're killed, after they're abducted, after corpses. What is your satchel, really? After seeing corpse after corpse, Mexicans still stay strong, but after a theft you still simply can't feel safe. You never said after you to this thief, you never even greeted him song, yet he now has your most prized and ironically personal possession, the manuscript of Amina. But she's not on your mind after all, you're now after him. Only now does it begin to sink, set in that your black satchel isn't on this figurative set like a sink has definitely been stolen, or it could just be lost like you're drowning in disbelief now. You're drowning in disbelief now. Ooh, oh yeah. Where do you go now? Your bag was taken outside, and you're being somewhat shut like a minor session after it, like a door. It's being put somewhere secret, like how many bodies in Mexico are put where no one goes. Under the surface of forgotten stretches of land more dry than spit. There's no cooling down now. Yeah, you perhaps must seek reclamation of some property. Seek some property and assistance. Seek out helpful strangers. You have places to be, and you perhaps have the property for properties, but no rights of property in the vicinity yet. And the full list of the properties of your goods is unfathomable as of yet. So the magnitude of the endeavor ahead of you cannot be overstated, like the magnitude of the district. What will your goods be used for, and how might this knowledge help you find the thief? Silence and the expanse of the district are serious concerns. How discreet will any associated proposition need to be? Certain words of a thief are maybe too soft. Top 10 like corpses, will yours need to be soft, often loud, hard, angry, as offensive as required? Following the hard snatch, a hard-willed thief may have worked hard out while in such a hard condition. Where's your hard evidence of theft? What's the associated hard news to read? Where's your hard understanding of this predicament? Will some hard look help, or will a hard heart be more necessary? Should you immediately take a good hard look at elsewhere? What's a hard path forward free of hard times and luck? Will a hard thief be hard on you when callous and uncontrollable? It's hard not to be scared of such associated hard atmospheres. Forms of creepy figures, eyes any culprit will wish to remain anonymous. And now even goods might soon be culprits. Now they may be so now that people surely want them. Now a thief may instead simply sell them. Now think about this. You have very much been stationary now for some considerable time. That's like being nothing more than a body, a corpse. What if you were to get caught unalive looking for said culprit? How long can a lonely pursuit of a thief be lonely for? Can you remain a lonely soul in lonely alleyways or buildings for long? A patch that you need to spend time finding may not even be too obvious. Whose patch are you on anyway? How horrible is this momentary patch? The thief could be a professional patch on those who came before him. What digital patch is required for the successful surveillance of this district? The district's tapestry may mimic that of life itself, and the grounds for abandonment that's perhaps of hopes and dreams of justice could be the only concrete, wild or abandonment is not yet called for. You have very much been stationary now for some considerable time. That's like being nothing more than a body, a corpse. What if you were to get caught unalive looking for said culprit? Where can you look first and foremost? Because the time for looking is surely upon you. You tell yourself that the satchel simply being lost is still a possibility. Maybe someone thought it was theirs and mistakenly took it. Wait, would that make it lost or stolen? Wait, you have very much been stationary now for some considerable time. That's like being nothing more than a body, a corpse. What if you were to get caught unalive looking for said culprit? This is Amsterdam. People don't just give things back in a place like this, but that means you turn your head. Did you see a black bag just on this bench? You ask someone behind the shop counter, gingerly touching said bench. No, she answers, stolen. A guy asks, emerging from the kitchen. I think so, you say. And that's when it finally dawns on you what happened. Listen to piece number 2. You stare ahead blankly at a bench stretching blankly left and right for several seconds. Listen to piece number 3.